Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, and today we are going to be giving the 747 another shot. It's gotten through the sim itself has gotten through some updates, so we're going to go ahead and see how things go. We're going to be coming out of KSFO today, going out of San Francisco, and we're going to fly back towards my home of Phoenix. Towards my home, I'm in Tucson, I'm not in Phoenix, but let's find our 747-8. Let's do passengers. Let's do 302 passengers. Let's do cargo. Let's do 21 or 20,000 pounds. There we go. Sure, that'll work. Let's see here. Pretty short skip there. That's interesting. All right. Nothing too big to worry about there. Pounds is fine. Generate the OFP. Actually, wait. Stop that. Cost index, you guys know me, I like to keep it high, so let's do like 70. Let's get those engines cranking. Alright, and we'll go ahead and, you know what, let's also use our METAR tool. Applications, and let's find that guy. Where are you? Yeah. And let's see what runway we're supposed to be using. Give it a minute to launch here. And we want KSFO. Alright. Oh, you know what? It's not going to tell me the runway in use, is it? Pfft, damn. 10, few clouds, 2,000. 010 at 3 knots for the wind. Altimeter 3018. Alright, so we'll just have to find out what the active runway is the old-fashioned way. But we'll just run it as is. You guys know I don't like using ATC, so let's move on. By the way, I am going to be trying out that pilot to ATC, that add-on that you can get now. And we're going to see how that goes. Okay, so one thing I did notice yesterday, yep, there it is. Everything on this side of the aircraft is backwards. So hopefully I'll go digging this week for some better liveries. And yes, I am lagging a little bit. I'm not sure what that's about today, but it is what it is. Hopefully things smooth out. I was gonna do a whatchamacallit. I was gonna do a cargo run, and when I went over to the cargo areas, I could get ground power. So we were sort of stuck going to the gate, and I'm sorry, I'm not going to have a 747 up at the gate doing cargo. Like, that just doesn't make sense. So anyway, I'm weird like that. What do you want from me? So without further ado, let's go ahead and get in the plane and see what we got going on. Now, I'm not using any other external information, anything like that. Everything we're going to be doing today is straight out of the simulator checklist. You name it, everything's going to be coming from here. So let's do our external powers. Boom. And we're just going to walk through the checklist here, guys. And we'll... Oh, wow. Wow. Ah, you're killing me, Smalls. You guys are killing me. Alright, well, let's just see what we got here. So, what do we got? It's before starting engine. It's got 7 items. Alright, standby power to auto. There we go. External power if available. APU selector start, then on. And it's been a minute. Oh, there we go. So we go start, then on. Okay. APU Gen switches only when available. Fuel pumps on, beacon on. Now I don't want to turn my fuel pumps on until I set my fuel. So let's go ahead and kill that guy, I guess. Alright, so we got our generators, the bus ties, batteries on, APU Gen 1 and 2. I don't even know if we can do the 8 ears on this thing. Oh, well, they're off, so let's hope. I think we just go to nav on these. Oops. Okay, APU generators available. Just sort of get an idea of what's functioning and what's not. The fuel transfer switch is working, but some of the other stuff is... Oh, that's interesting. Alright, voice car, passenger oxygen, ram air turbine, cargo fire. Okay. Set the passenger temp, the flight deck. And let's move it down a notch. Alright, let's see what we want for outside here. What do we got for our lights? We got runway, turn off lights, our landing lights. Aisle standing floodlights. Interesting. What do we got here? Engine anti-ice switches. They're already set to off. Alright, so we have our beacon. We want our nav light on. Wing lights, logo lights. Those can stay on. Beacon and strobe. Wait. Beacon when we're ready to start the engines. Strobe when we reach the runway. Our bleed switches. Looks like they're all set to on. Packs. On by default, it looks like. Alright, so it doesn't look like there's a whole lot for us to do here. These are the engine start switches if memory serves. Alright, let's see what we get. Let's get the aircraft configured for weights and balances first. So let's bring up our weights. We're going to use our sim brief here. Everything is in pounds, so we're looking for 53,574 pounds of fuel. Oops. Let's move that over. Come on. Hello. Thank you. Alright, whatever. However it works. And fuel, we currently have 210. This thing's going to be so light on gas. Alright, let's go down to about 10%. Fuel. Gosh, this thing needs no gas. I picked such a stupid flight for this, but oh well, let's go down further, I guess. Okay, so there's 7%. Ooh, that could be 10% maybe? Alright, oh, well, we're above 10. Let's go 12. And we're looking for 53.5. Oh, no, went too far. 58. 50. Okay, so now we have to adjust from the tanks. Alright. So we need 3,000 more pounds of fuel here. So if we take each of these and put them up at 20, that's 54. Alright, now we can pull some out of the end tanks here. So 54, we're looking for 1,000 pounds off. Take that to 300. That to 300. 53, 546. And we're looking for 574, so I'm fine with that. That's good. Sounds like we have way more gas than we're probably going to need anyway. Alright, let's see how light this freaking thing is compared to what we're supposed to be doing. It's like taking a 737, you know, where a Cessna would work. Anyway, payload 90,400 pounds. And payload, oh, hey, at least we get to add some weight here. 90,000, so let's bring it up. Oh, too far. Almost, so we need another, what, 370 pounds-ish? We're looking for 90,400 now, so we need about 1,000 pounds. So let's look at cargo. Where's our cargo? Forward baggage. It's at, let's see here, so let's pull this up to 10,000. Oh, what happened there? Payload, 81,000. What just happened? Hey, what are you doing? Okay. That was interesting. 9914. On the rear baggage, we want this to be... There we go, 90,600 pounds. And we are, wow, way forward. So let's just do the forward baggage. We're going to take this down to like 900. And move this up to 19,000. Oh my gosh, and that's still too forward. Wow. Alright, what else we got? Rear economy cabin, passenger main deck, class upper deck. Alright, well, we're going to have to move things around. So, let's see here. First class, we're too far forward. I don't like the way it evens everything out here. It's stupid and unrealistic for the passenger count. So, I'm going to take this again down here, and we're going to go for rear economy. And let's see, that's going to be 18. Is that right? 18,914. We're getting closer. And we're going to have to do that again. Rear economy cabin. Forward baggage, crew. Like, it's got crew here? Oh, come on, man. Well, what does that do when you take the crew out? Moves it back, okay. But still, alright, so that's going to be another... It's going to be down 28. Ah, messed up my payload. Well, oh, because I took it from 2 locations, so now we're going to... This is a pain in the butt, dude. Take another 9,000, so now it's going to be 37. Alright, we're in the limits. There we go. We're white. Jeez, mercy, that was lame. Alright, so... Alright, we got 16.6 on the Mac. We got our center of gravity. We got our fuel set. Let's go ahead and close this out, and we're ready to get rolling. So now, let's come down forward here for a second. Check that everything's set here. Let's find which view is our... Oh, there we go. Move the speed brake out of my way. I always like using this one. And let's see if I remember how to set up a Boeing flight computer. It's been a while. So we're starting out at KSFO. Not going to worry about the gate, but we will copy the GPS position down here. Not worried about setting the heading. Let's go to our route page. Origin KSFO. Throw that up there. Come on. Our destination is KPHX. There we go. Alright. No company route to worry about here. Let's go to route 2. Oh, it won't let us. Okay. So then now let's go to departures and arrivals. I think I remember how to do this. Alright, so let's find our routing. Router. Alright, so we're going to be using 01 right and the stick 4 SID. And I gotta remember how to, gosh. Next page, there it is. Alright, so we got the stick 4. Cool. And we're using 01 right. Cool. Let's go to the route page. I think we can go to the next page. Yep, there we go. Alright, so from here, we want the stick 4 to lotion. So, let's see here. We should want Lima, Oscar, Sierra, Hotel, November. Should be able to drop that in there. And we're going to delete you. Wasn't it clear? Is there a delete key that I'm missing? There should be a way to remove this guy. Because we don't want it there. Well, here, you know what? Let's see if this loads. So our next one is direct to Boyle. So... Bravo, India. Wait, no, Bravo, Oscar, India. Bravo, Oscar, India. Lima, Echo. It looks like it accepted it, but nothing happened. It's not getting rid of this guy. We gotta get rid of that guy. He needs to go away. Oh, there it is. God, delete. Alright, right in front of my face. How many of you were screaming at the screen? Okay, so we got that taken care of. Alright, so now we're going to go direct to Bravo Lima Hotel. Come on. Do 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 do. I promise I'm waiting for it to do something. Ah, there she goes. Alright, so let's see here. We're going to pick the closest one to us. Should always be up on top. This guy's on the J50, but this one says direct, but whatever. We'll check out the flight plan, see how it looks in a minute, make sure everything is copacetic. Alright, so now we're going to go back to departures and arrivals, select our arrival. And to find our arrival, it's going to be this guy right here. So it looks like the Hydra 1. Hydra! Hell, Hydra! I love that movie. Avengers? No, what is that? Captain America. Let's see here. So we're going to be doing the 1 and coming in on runway 26. So let's find the ILS 26. Previous page. Interesting. I can tell you right now that runway exists. So I guess we'll just set up for the ILS 25 left. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and hit execute. And we're going to go to our route. Legs is what I want. Now we should be able to, just like any of the other aircraft here, expand our range a little bit. Move this over to plan. Oh, hey, that's convenient. And let's see what we get. So, previous page. Let's open that up a bit. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to go back to previous page start. Alright, so here we are. Phoenix. Boyle. Okay. That's interesting. Alright, well, that's short and sweet. That's a short flight. Okay, but everything looks good. So now we should be ready to keep on moving. So let's, what was that, 4? Yep, alright. So we got our departures and arrivals done. We got our route complete. ATC, VNAV, cruise altitude is not, but I don't think that's where we started that. Initial reference? Performance, that's where we want, right? Okay, here we go. Alright, so cruise altitude, let's go up to the top here. We're going to go up to 39,000 feet. That seems crazy. But let's see here. Right about time that we make that altitude, it'll be time to descend. So flight level 390, cost index of 70, which can now be entered. That's awesome. Reserves, let's see if we can do that, is 8.7. I don't know if that's modeled in here yet. Nope, not yet. Alright, that's okay. Give them time, give them time. It's not the fly-by-wire. Fuel does show 53.5. Gross weight 629.5. Yep, and I've got a takeoff weight estimated of 627, so that's good. Okay, so let's go to our thrust limitations. Alright, so takeoff, climb 1, that's fine. Let's go to our takeoff. Flaps, I think we want 10. There we go. V-speed. It's so light. You guys see these speeds? That's so light for this aircraft. Sorry, I had to cough on you. Alright. Thrust reduction national 2 is 1,500 feet. That's fine. Let's see here. Looks like those are all good. Center of gravity, 17%. Now, is that what we had? Yeah, 16.6, so it was rounded up. Yep, all right. And thrust limitations were already set in 187.89 or 87.9. So this is the max power the aircraft can be set to. Yeah, see, I think we're good to go, guys. So now let's come back up top here. And let's set our V2 at 155 plus 15. It's going to be 170. And again, somebody asked the reason why they do this is just to give it slightly better takeoff performance. That's the only reason why. We're going to set our initial altitude up to the transition altitude. Can I roll it back? Oh, let's see. Is there a way to get... There it goes, right? Nope. No choice but to just roll it forward, huh? There, oh, there it goes. Faster you roll it, I see. That's right. Tell how long it's been since I've been in a Boeing, huh? Alright, the other thing that I want to do real quick is we're going to pull up our Navigraph. Oops, I don't want that. KSFO. Open the book. Find our taxi, airport information. And let's see here. We are using... What runway are we using again? Anybody remember? We are taking off from 01 right. So here we go. And the heading is 014 degrees. So we'll set our initial heading. Oops. Ugh, come on, quit fighting me. There we go. Alright, 014. Alright, so that's set, that's set. Let's do flight directors on, flight constraints on. Let's see here, let's put this back on the map. Minimums, barrel, reset, we're good there, good there. Airport, train, VOR, flight directors are on. Let's see here, we can arm. Actually, we'll wait on that. Let's see what else we got. Scrolling down here, looks like there's not a whole lot that's configurable over there. Flight director match the left side, so that's good. Localizer, approach, command, autopilot's all set. Auto brakes, we want max for takeoff. Alright, I think we're good to go. Alright, so should have obviously been significantly more than this to start up a 747, but what the hell? That's what we got. So let's go ahead and get out of here. So the next thing we're going to do is disconnect our jetway. I'll do something here real quick. Get our flight started here in PAX. Departure ISM, KSFO, arrival KPHX, flight number, I don't know, what the hell, who cares? 3012, cruise altitude 390, flight time, I have no idea. Should be departing, so it looks like about an hour and 40 minutes. 1 hour, 40 minutes. Time until takeoff should be about, I would guess, 20 minutes at the rate we're going. Passenger count, I don't know, was a lot. Oh, aircraft is a 747-8. Passenger count was 302 souls on board. 301, I'll take it. And let's start. Aircraft has Wi-Fi. And can serve meals. Sure, why not? Alright. So, with that being said, I think we are ready to start this aircraft up. Let's check down and see what we got going on over here. Where's my transponder? Let's say we got a transponder code of 5423. Transmit and receive. Transponder's ready. Not worried about the frequencies. Okay, let's see if I have any idea how to start this thing. So, with that being said, looks like we're doing some boarding real quick. I'm going to go grab a drink real fast, and then I'll come back to you guys. Alright, so now let's go ahead and see about getting this bird started up.
Let a flight attendant know so you can be reseated. You are free to use your portable electronic devices during the boarding process. We ask that larger electronic devices
disconnect the jetway.
Depart from the gate. Thank you and welcome aboard.
Let's call for pushback. Release the parking brake. Let's check our checklist here. Thrust levels are at idle. And in there. Pull the fuel. Oh crap, you know what I didn't do? I can't remember if we started the fuel pumps. Let me move this off screen here. Let's turn our... Oops. Oh, looks like the beacon light's on. Let's see here. Oh, looks like they're already on. Okay, well, they're on by default. Here comes our tug. Alright, start engine. Maybe. Nah, I kind of missed that one, but that's alright. Let him back up a little bit further here.
In the event that the seatbelt light is not on, we suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened in case of unexpected turbulence. Please take a few moments to now locate one of the several emergency exits on this aircraft. In some cases, your nearest exit.
Good enough for me.
That does not inflate. Oxygen is flowing to the mask. If you're traveling with a child or someone who requires assistance, secure your mask on first and then assist others. Keep your mask on until a member of the crew advises you it is safe to remove it. In the unlikely event of a water landing, a life vest is located in a pouch under your seat or between the armrests. When instructed to do so, open the plastic pouch and remove the vest. Flip it over your head. Wrap the straps around your waist and buckle at the front. Pull the strap to tighten. To inflate the vest, pull firmly on the red cord only when exiting the aircraft. If your life vest does not inflate automatically, blow into the mouthpieces for manual inflation.
And now our last one. I think I'm doing this in reverse. I probably should start here.
As a secondary flotation device. Pull the cushion from the seat, put your arms into the straps, and hug the cushion to your chest. Once again, all devices must be in airplane mode and your larger devices must be turned off and stowed at this time. Please securely stow your personal items. Make sure your seatbelts are fastened and seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position. We remind you that this is a non-smoking flight. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying the smoke detectors located in the lavatories is prohibited by law. All of this information and more can be found in the safety card located in the seat back in front of you. We suggest reading this and letting a cabin member know if you have any questions. Thank you for flying with us again, and we hope you enjoy your flight.
All right. Turn the APU off. All right, I think we're ready for taxi. We'll find out if I mess this flight up. And if by chance, if you guys are interested in supporting the channel, please check out my Patreon link down in the description below. I do appreciate all the help I can get. It does take a lot to make these things. And then there's also documentation that's going to be available here. There's already a first rendition of the A320 guide for the A32NX. It's a full flight from Tucson over to Los Angeles. Walks you through step by step from creating the flight plan in SimBrief all the way to landing the aircraft at LA and then shutting it down. There is another version in the works as we speak. It's taking a bit longer than anticipated. It's just a lot of information that I'm putting into the next one. Full cockpit tour pointing out what everything is, where to find it, etc. A complete reformat of how the information is displayed. It's going to look significantly better, a lot better, but it's a lot more work than what I initially thought. Okay, alright, well, this guy's coming right at us. That's not good. I don't want to come off the taxiway here. Let me look here and see what our options are. Maybe I need to, actually. Let's go ahead and go over here. We'll let him come this way. We'll take the other route. A lot of airplane here. It's weird when you're looking at it from the other direction. I'm like, what am I doing? Almost looked like the speed brakes were just deployed. I'm really hoping everything goes well in this flight. Like I said, this is my first time trying it since the initial release of the simulator, and the autopilot was just such trash. I just couldn't do it. Now, I have read reports about people saying that she stops descending at random, so I don't know if that is stuck to the 747 or that's an autopilot issue in general, because prior to the patch, and I haven't flown the A320 yet since the last update, but prior to the last update, the A320 was doing the same thing. So it's hard to say. And which runway were we taking off of? 01 right. Okay. Oh, sorry, I'm clicked off screen here. This is quite the taxi for this one. I cannot wait to see these aircraft in VR. I think it's going to be amazing, especially sitting up in a 747. They sit up so high. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. Alright, so as we're approaching, let's go ahead and get the strobe light on. Come on. The landing light's on. There's 0, 1 left there. Oops, I actually wanted to turn right there. That's all right. Alright, so we're going to go 50%. Verify we're good. Let's go Toga. There's V1. Rotate. Positive rate, gear up. Flaps up. For stage 1, I should say. Looking for flaps 5. LNAV, VNAV, command 1. Autopilot set. Flaps clean. And we're on our way. You know what I never set was the altimeter. Shame on me. Just set that real quick. Oops, come on, I hate that. I hate it so much. Come on. Okay. Alright, so it's set now. Climbing out at about 13 degrees, 12 degrees there. Why do those spoilers look deployed? Let's get in here for a second. Something's not right.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now passed 10,000 feet. You may turn on larger portable electronic devices. This is also a reminder to please keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the duration of the flight and do not form a line near the lavatory.
There you go. Looks like they reset there. Okay, good. Guess I just had to cycle them. Speed's a little wonky there. That's interesting. Clearing 10,000 feet, we can turn our lights off. Interesting, it gave us this departure coming out of this runway. We're going to put our altitude up to where it goes. You know what? I'm going to use this guy. Whoa! Interesting. There we go. And while that's going on, we'll just sort of take a minute to peruse the cockpit, see what's functioning, what's not. Weather radar. Waypoints. Airport data. Auto brake's already disarmed, good. ECAS display, so electrical. Did that actually switch? That's still on the electrical page. Doors, gear, flight controls. So a lot of them are ready. Alright guys, so from here it looks like it's just a matter of going up to cruise altitude, so I'm going to go ahead and stop the head tracker for a minute, give you guys a little bit of external view, and hope you guys enjoy. We'll come back in a few and see how everything looks. Enjoy that American spelled backwards there. Alright, so we've started our descent down into Phoenix. The autopilot was pretty goofy. The second I rolled the altitude down, the nose just pitched down and started going for it. And as you can see, the airspeed indicator is still doing some goofy stuff. I'm not sure what that's all about. You can watch the throttle here going a little crazy. So autopilot still needs some love, that's for darn sure. But I mean, not the worst thing that could happen. It's really not. We're still moving along just fine. I have no complaints yet about what's going on here, so you know, as long as everything works out and we get down to the ground safely, we'll be okay. Let's go ahead and check out and see anything here we need to work on. I can't remember. Brad. Alright, so it's got our ILS in there already. That's good. So that's good to go. approach. There we go. So we're looking for 146 knots. Well, we'll be doing flaps 30, so 143 knots. Alright. Alright. Does look like it has the altitude arc, which is nice to see. So this is the point at which we should reach the set altitude, but we've got it set at 17,400 feet at the moment, so I'm not sure if that's really when we're going to hit that or not. And that's actually a little higher than where I need to be, so I'm going to set it to about 20,000. So other than that, I mean, a couple weird things so far, but you know, nothing that's unmanageable and nothing that I would say was game breaking still. Goofy. Definitely a couple things that make you go, really? You know, but all in all, I mean, it's working through. I am also using this little sim rate bandit that's pretty handy. This thing's pretty neat. So you just connect it to the sim, and you hit start travel.
Sim rate 2. Sim rate 4.
And it speeds everything up. And then about 5 miles before your next waypoint, it slows it back down so the aircraft can make a nice good turn. Works pretty sweet. Alright, so we descended super fast, so I'm probably going to hold us here for a minute, and then we'll come back when we start getting ready to continue the descent, because we're a bit ahead of schedule here on the descent. So I figured I'd share with you guys, I did just notice another bug with it. Even though I had set it back up to 20,000 and we hadn't reached our altitude yet, it still went all the way down to 17,400 even though I didn't want it to. So that was kind of frustrating. And now I'm going to see if I can get her back into climb mode, or if I have to do this the old-fashioned way. She doesn't look like she wants to climb. That sucks. Whoa. I'm not sure why I went the throttle went crazy. Pushing this should trigger the climb, but it looks like that's not going to work.
Sim rate 4.
Alright, well, let me slow this thing down here.
Sim rate 2. Sim rate 1.
And let's do this. Let's try the vertical speed here. So that's still kind of handy. We're actually supposed to be... What is your method? Why are we overspeeding? I didn't tell you to do that. Unreal. Alright, so she's definitely still pretty buggy. It's going right back down to the 17,400, so I can't get it to climb back up the way it wants it should. No, that's just the speed. I want VNAV. But VNAV just won't. And it's funny too because you can see it right here. I mean, it's registering it. It knows that that's where it's supposed to be. It's saying that we're under a constraint, if I'm right, with the magenta, but maybe that's... No, never mind. That can't be right. That's a different aircraft. I'm not sure why it won't climb back up. The other commands don't seem to do anything, so that can't be it. As far as the other autopilot channels. And if anything, now we're descending further. Very awkward. So, at the risk of my demise here, by the way, we are below altitude, so we're going to switch this back to altimeter pressure. And we're going to set our altimeter for Phoenix, which is currently at 3008. Okay. And here at Hyder, see what's our distance? We're at 80 miles away, and we need to be between 19 and 15,000 feet. So we're basically there. So we can take it down to 15 and see what it does. But I'm willing to bet it'll continue the descent once I pass 17.4. So I'm going to try to make this gently. I just want to see what it does. Oh, now it's holding. Damn it. VNAV altitude, but it will not. Interesting. Alright, so we're going to have to slow the aircraft down ourselves, I guess. So let's put it into vertical speed. We're going to roll her back. She needs to slow the hell down. And let's start getting that nose down. There we go. It's close. And so these are things that, I mean, guys, if you want to fly these planes, they're still fun. Like, I wouldn't change this. You know, I don't regret making this flight. It's just, it's the nature of what we deal with. You know, we know that FS 2020 has a ways to go, and we know that. So, you know, and hopefully we'll see some of the, you know, bigger aircraft getting updated. So, you know, I'm just gotta be patient. Just gotta be patient. There we go. I was looking for that. I don't know how much I trust this thing yet. I know it's a relatively new implementation from salty if I remember correctly, so it's I'm not putting too much weight in it yet. And then so we're 80 miles from Falgo, let's call it that. And by there we need to be at 6,000 feet. So I'm just going to start rolling this back. Oops. Increase our rate of descent here. Well, great. Now our vertical speed busted. Alright, so yeah, she's still a very buggy airplane. We're going to make this work, guys. We're going to make it work. We're going to finish this flight. I still recommend you guys keep watching. I mean, this is how you learn how to handle weird situations. I mean, you know, you know, if you think about it, you can almost think of it as training for systems failures, right? So let's see here. Let's switch this. Doesn't look like I can switch between Mach and speed. Get down 240 knots, below 10,000 feet. We need to be under 250, so. Go ahead and set our auto brakes for auto brakes 3 for landing. Well, you know what? I didn't even realize that. Gosh, I'm retarded. So on takeoff, I should have set this to RTO. Rejected takeoff, not max. Got to get that A320 out of my head. The weather behavior against the aircraft is quite awkward as well. Slow her down a little bit. Alright, so once we get down to the approach, I'll come back to you guys, but I'm just going to keep working the descent, following my approach plates here until we get into the runway here. So Falgo here, this is where we're supposed to be at 6,000 feet. And at that point, we'll get onto the approach for the runway. So at this point, I'm going to go to the approach. And I can't remember what we're coming in on. Let's check real quick. Departures on arrivals. We're coming in on 25 left. Okay. So come over here. I'm going to grab my localizer for 25 left. And there we go. So we'll be looking for hammock at 4,000 feet. And just before there as well, where I will come back to you guys. Gosh, can't talk.
Please ensure to tray tables are stowed and seats are in the full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat back pocket or under the seat in front of you. Please complete all Wi-Fi related tasks and stow any larger electronics.
Alright, so we've dropped below 10,000 feet, so I'm flipping our lights back on here. Should reach our altitude right on time here. Yep, it's going to Phoenix. Damn it. Alright. So, let's do this. No, 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 no. Go that way. So again, do what you gotta do, take control. It's gonna be alright, guys. It's gonna be alright. So we're gonna get her down to 5,000 feet here. There we go. And the vertical speed's broken again. There we go. Just have to tap it again. I don't know why it does that. Well, so it's been an interesting flight, that's for sure. There's Phoenix right there. Hopefully everything goes okay with the landing, but we're gonna figure this out. We're gonna get her down. I'm really upset that I can't change this. That's the selector right there. And it doesn't work. Won't let me do it. So that's alright. We'll figure it out. So I'm going to try to take control of the throttles here. Alright, we're at 0 throttle. We're at idle here. Go flaps 1. There she goes. Looking for 146 at flaps 30. Got a ways to go for flaps 30, so hope at the very least you guys are learning how to deal with some goofy situations here. I mean, look at this. Look what the aircraft's doing. It's just sort of crazy. The next one I'll do, guys, I'm going to do the FSX conversion. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully that's a lot better, because this is This is terrible. Which is sad, because I was really looking forward to it. I was really hoping they had done some work. But we can't have it all, right? So, just to be safe, I'm going to come down to 4,500 feet. Give us time to set up here. Man, look at this, man. Look at this. It's like we're in water here. Craziness. Cray cray. Hoping this gets a little bit better as we take control. And you're still descending even though I told you not to. That's fantastic. Alright, so what we're going to do at this point is just disengage. We're just going to see how good I am here. For knowing almost nothing about the 747 here. I know we're way too slow, that's for sure. Sorry guys, didn't mean to open that. Just trying to get that down. Alright, so now we're going to start getting that descent going. Got flaps 5 and 10 coming down. Curious if the flight directors will guide us to the turn or not. Alright, looks like it is. So that was just the autopilot being weird. Unfortunately, the autopilot does seem like it's pretty messed up, man. I mean, it did great until the descent. And, I know what you mean now about the gentleman who said that your autopilot stopped descending. That's alright, we're going to finish this one. I think the flight directors are probably following the heading setting that I have there. Excuse me. There, it's still looking for the glide slope. I don't know what the flight directors are looking at now. I really don't. Flaps 15. Trying to give myself plenty of time since we're doing this the old-fashioned way. Excuse me, that's flaps 20, sorry. Just trying to get plenty of time. See if I can't trim her out a little bit. I don't seem to be getting... There it goes, there's a little bit. Really not getting any trim out of it. There you go, that's better. Alright. On final. So I just want to maintain our altitude now. The winds are doing just some goofy stuff for as light as they are. I wish I had a co-pilot. Does one of you want to fly with me? I have a broken 747. Sorry guys, I hate doing that, but sort of hard to reach for the mute button at the moment. I don't know if the localizer will work. We'll see. At least it'll help give me a target, I guess. Looks like we're a little left of the localizer. There's the lateral. Now I just need to wait for that vertical glide slope to come down on us. I'll just be following it in. Help if I could see the runway too, because that localizer doesn't seem like it's doing squat. I can't tell which one's giving me any actual information. Flaps 25, gears coming down. Rolling the range back. Arresting our descent for a minute. We're a little low. About 600 feet underneath the where we're supposed to be here according to the approach plate. There's the runway. Now I can see something at least. And I already forgot which one we're looking at. We're going for... What freaking runway is this? 25 left. Okay. Alright, so at least now I see the runway. That's going to be helpful. Glide slope diamonds coming down. full flaps. Airport's coming up on the nav display. Get a bit of stuttering there. Of course, I picked the short runway like a dork. So we're gonna have to really stick this one. Still a little under glide slope. Coming up. All right, we are down. Well, that was an exciting flight to say the least. I hope you guys learned a few things, got some ideas on how to handle situations when things do not go the way you planned, because this certainly did not.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Phoenix. The local time is 3:16 p.m. and it's currently about 50 degrees Fahrenheit. You can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bins as items may have shifted during the flight. If this is your final destination, we thank you for flying with us and we hope to see you again soon. We apologize for the delay. Please coordinate with airline staff as necessary regarding connecting flights or accommodations.
Alright, anyway. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you guys learned maybe some tips and tricks on what to do if things go wrong, because things on that approach went very wrong. But that's how we learn. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, folks.